Welcome to Monday, folks, and top of the morning to you. Welcome, and nice to see you here. Thank you for tuning in today for episode 26 of Soapbox Daily. Hey, I hope everybody had a great weekend, and I hope your Monday is starting off on the right foot. It's another week. Let's make the week good. I know some of the kiddies are back at school already this week. The others are regretting it. But also, of course, it is that time of year. Fall is upon us, unfortunately. The summer goes by so quickly, but we're here now. And with that, the fall, then comes the winter and the cold months. But let's not go too far ahead of ourselves. Today, we're talking about, does dating have rules in today's world? And let's start off on the right foot, of course. Hey, how is your integrity today? How has your integrity been keeping? Have you been working on your integrity? Remember, it's up to you and it makes you the better person. Move onwards and upwards and evolve. And also, could you please check out getoffmysoapbox.com for more information on this show and our other long format show of Get Off My Soapbox. Also, I could use a little bit of help from you. So if you would head on over to Patreon, there's the Patreon / Get Off My Soapbox. You can also find that link on our main website of getoffmysoapbox.com, and possibly in a position where you can throw a few bucks our way to help support us. We'd greatly appreciate that. So let's get into today's topic of, does dating have rules in today's world? In a fast-paced world with all these dating apps, swipe left, swipe right, everything. I mean, it's not just Tinder. There's a bunch of other ones out there like Badoo and OkCupid and all that, from what I do recall from my dating days. And it's kind of like a shopping list, a menu. Here's a picture, here's a write-up. What do you want to do? Quick and easy dating, as they call it. But it's not all that easy. As some people might think it's easy because, hey, you just got a dating app and just swipe what you want and away you go. I'm here to tell you, some rules still apply when it comes to that. It might be easier to actually get a visual on somebody, but you don't really know the person on the other end of that profile. And that's always the concern. But let's go back to the tried, tested, and true methods before this convenient online shopping. And don't get me wrong, I've met the love of my life off online dating, and I don't regret it in today's world, especially with COVID. How else are you supposed to go out and meet people other than using the internet? You just got to be careful out there. So let's keep that in mind. Be careful out there. So let's look into a few things because, what are the rules for dating? What is the etiquette for dating? You just don't know. So we just composed a helpful little list here to help you out. And some of these might seem a little off to you, especially depending on how old school you are, but believe it or not, there's sense behind all this. So let's look at, number one, date multiple people at once. Yeah, you heard me. Before you enter agreed upon monogamous relationship, do yourself a favor and play the field. Because here's what's most likely to happen if you don't. You meet someone you really like, you go out with them again, things escalate, and then bam, they either pull away, ghost, or tell you they're not looking for something serious. So have some variety, have some options there. You could be short term, could be long term, but you just never know. So have some options. And until you commit, you're allowed to. So keep dates short. On that basis, keep dates short. Just don't extend it. Go, meet, greet, chat a little, maybe have a lunch, maybe just have a coffee, but you don't have to drag it out. Be upfront about wanting a relationship is rule number 3, and exactly what you're looking for, whether or not you're looking for something short-term, long-term, casual. Be upfront and honest about it. Let them know what you actually are looking for and see if you're on the same page. Here's a golden rule. Number 4, avoid talking about exes on early dates. Actually, talking about exes at any time could be a bad thing, but just avoid it on the first date. Not a good place to start with. Also, pay more attention. For rule number 5, pay more attention to follow-throughs than advanced planning. So even if it's a last-minute date, go with it. Just go with it. See everybody shows up on time. Sometimes short notice will give you an idea of how serious they are. Number 6, don't feel obligated to send a thank you text. Okay, thank you text. You don't really need to do it. Conclude your date. Conclude your date wherever you met them. Thank you for coming. Nice to meet you. That way you don't feel obligated beyond that point. You've wrapped it up. Number 7, give them 2 weeks to reach out again. I know some people say it's a 3-day rule, but no. If somebody likes you, give them some space and they'll reach out to you sooner versus later. Even on a great date, someone might need to figure out if they feel compatible with you. So give it 2 weeks to see if they reply. Number 8, wait at least a few dates to have sex. Now this is questionable because I've broken this rule depending on how I was at the time, what I was looking for at the time, how I felt with the person, if there's a spark, compatibility. I'm not against anti-first date sex, but I'm not necessarily for it. Like, it's up to you. You really have to figure out what works for you at the time. But that goes with one of our earlier rules of letting people know exactly what you're after. Don't just have the first date sex and then ghost them and then get rid of them. No. Be honest about what you want. And don't freak out about who pays. It's another big thing. Number 9, people always worry about. So what? It's an equal opportunity world. Guy, girl, doesn't matter who pays. Just somebody pay it. Make sure you leave a tip. Feel free to do some planning for yourself as number 10, make some plans, show some initiative. Number 11, eat whatever the heck you want. Show the real you. Don't hide behind a facade. And that would be number 11 and our last for today. Open and honest in today's world. So many people are playing games. There's too many quote unquote players out there. Just don't be playing these games. You're playing with people's hearts and emotions. Be honest about what you want. Be honest about who you are, and just play it smart. Just because you really like somebody doesn't mean they feel the same way. You just have to take your time and find the right person that wants to put up with your crazy. Your crazy matches their crazy. But be patient with it. And key point here, folks, it's not always about looks. Sometimes it's about attitude. So change your attitude, and that might get you a lot further. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up for this Monday. Hey, I hope you have a great Monday, and I hope you have a great week ahead. Thank you for joining us for Soapbox Daily today. I am your host, Matt Morgan. Please check out the website, also Patreon. Feel free to go over there, give us some support if you are so inclined to do so, and we appreciate that. We have some offers we redid on the weekend, so check them out. Check out the tiers. And other than that, hey, thank you for joining us. Have yourself a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.